right. So we are a property investment advisory firm. We have an agency and we run a property investment firm that helps property investors research and analyse investment property and understand where they should buy based on capital growth and potential for gains, rental returns and tax benefits. So helping them build a portfolio safely and securely. Yeah. So we're really around not just buying any old property, but buying something that has a better chance of capital growth.
For sure. And you guys have got a team, right? And what do each of you do in the business?
So I do the initial appointments with clients. I'm an economist by profession and a financial planner for many years. And I do the mathematical conversation and the future modelling out to retirement and discuss, what causes growth, what are the economic fundamentals or key drivers that cause something to outperform, and the regions that are likely to be better than and why. And once we have that initial discussion, Bernice Cooper takes over because her background as a property investment advisor means that she can then get involved with choosing the right properties, getting involved with the cash flows, physically doing the fun stuff, which is seeing the properties, viewing the properties, and actually helping the clients make that final decision based on the mathematics that we discussed.
So we've got a myriad of property options that we could choose from, all different types. And so it's not what it's about to open up a shopping cart for the client. We never want to do that. What we do is we strategically select each property option and then do a cash flow analysis so that the client can see the financial performance of each property.
Perfect, guys. And then what were you doing to generate new business before we started working together?
Well, back in the old days, when I say back in the old days, a few years ago, I used to love connecting with people on LinkedIn myself, and I found it very time-consuming, just having every single, point of contact, responding to people on time. And I found that when I got busy working with clients, that I slacked off. So that was an issue for me. It's like I feel like it's a platform that you really need to respond within a timely manner and keep that going, that momentum going.
What Bernice had done was actually, we probably had about maybe 7 or 8 referral partners. They're mostly mortgage brokers. But of course, once we started working with their clients and getting busy with our team, the generation of new leads or new referral partners became non-existent. So we were busy with a handful, but it didn't become a business that we could rely on. And then in the COVID years, we changed our business model slightly and moved away to more development. But now as we start to ramp it up, it really became obvious that you can't look after the referral partners and their clients and still try and find new relationships.
And of course, we've spent a lot of money on social media building our brand presence. And so it costs an absolute mozza to keep doing that. And I find that this is far more effective, especially on a B2B level.
Yeah. When you say more effective, like, how do you mean?
Well, people know and expect our calls. They understand why we're calling. It's not like you're just trying to cold call someone and you feel like you're on the back foot. People understand that you have an appointment time, a discovery call. They know why you're calling. And everyone has been so receptive.
That's fantastic. It's music to my ears. So just turning the page back maybe 1 or 2 pages. Before you started working with us, like, what were your main? I'm just curious. Like, what were your main concerns? Because you tried some marketing agencies. I got the feel that maybe it didn't work out. Like, what were your main concerns? And then what kind of kicked you across the line to go, you know what, bugger it, we're gonna give this a go?
Well, our social media strategy that we employed was it was very expensive. So we spent lots of money on social ads, but it was a B2C style campaign. And we just found that we didn't get a lot of results. Some of our TikTok videos really, maybe it was few and far between, but people understood why we were talking to them when we eventually did. So that kind of worked, but it was very expensive.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you say results, like, how do you see the results of maybe, the referral campaign versus the B2C campaign?
We were lost in a sea. When you're B2C, you're just lost in a sea of marketing. So there's so much B2C marketing. So, if somebody's looking for investment property and they start typing that in, they'll be inundated with advisors, agents, companies that do 12-month plans and workshops and all sorts of things. And so we were lost in that sea. So our offering is a little bit more tailored towards mathematical investment decisions rather than emotive. So we really needed to work in with people who are dealing with people's finances. And so coming back to the brokers and coming back to the accountants and the referral, the B2B model, where we're working with professionals, winning them over first.
Yeah.
They then send us, if they say to their client, you need to sit down with Mercer and Cooper, our chance of success is significantly higher than if we're dealing with someone who just came off a Facebook ad.
It's much more to come from.
Hey, what are the conversion rates like? What's the differential between a referral lead versus a Facebook lead?
Poles apart.
Yeah, you can't compare. This point is very different. You're dealing with B2B and then you're leading to B2C. So
yes,
with that, there's a credibility step in between.
Yeah, trust.
So the result is that we have. I mean, the first few we were still feeling out the way that we presented our offering.
Yes, let's talk about that.
Since we've nailed that down a bit, we haven't missed one. Everybody has signed our referral agreement. Everybody has become a referral partner. We've had leads of actual clients wanting to buy an investment property sent to us.
Wow.
It's early days. We're meeting those clients now in the next week. So in the last 2 or 3 weeks, everyone that we've spoken to, except the first 3 that we're still working with, everyone else since then, which has been many, have no issue. Loved us, loved the offering, happy to sign the agreement. And referrals just started coming through now. And so we're starting to see that.
Would you like to hear about what our pipeline looks like?
Yeah.
Love to hear that. And I think anyone else hearing this would. I'm just going to say before that the first month was the setup and warm up, and we're just at the end of the first month of actually being live with this. So yeah, love to hear the pipeline.
Correct. So I'm actually looking at our CRM with you at the moment. I've got 2 15-minute discovery calls, and saying that discovery calls work very easily. They know exactly why I'm calling. Not one person has said to me, sorry, I don't know why you're calling. Who are you? They know exactly who I am. So your booking method is fantastic. They know exactly why I'm calling. Then in progress, these are the leads that I'm nurturing, and they're the people that have had the 15-minute call. There's 4 of those. And of course, my task is to move everyone across the right-hand side of this little picture, and get to have referral partners. 8 have booked a follow-up call, and a follow-up call means a Zoom. We do a 45 minutes together, Matt Mercer and myself. We sit here and speak with the client, share our screen, show them real property examples, explain to them how we help their clients over a 45-minute call.
That's with the broker directly. So there's 8 of those that are booked in.
So we've got 8 of those, and then there are some people that want to see us face to face. So I've got 2 of those, and then partners. Well,
ones that have actually agreed.
5 that have agreed so far to become.
My goodness.
And to top it off, yesterday we received our very first client referral. So that's fantastic.
Brilliant.
So there's 8 booked into a 45-minute presentation, and 2 coming in face to face. So there's 10 of those coming in the next 5 of them in the next 2 days, and early next week. And then there's 5 that have signed the agreement, and we expect out of that 10 to come in. At the moment, we expect at least 7 or 8 of those to sign straight away. We've had no pushback on signing.
That's brilliant. And then, I don't know, let's fast forward to the end of the 6 months. Like, how many active referral partners do you feel like you might get out of all of this?
I would like to aim for 50. I know
50.
That's a big, very audacious goal, but I think it's achievable based on the strike rate and how many people are ready, willing, able to talk to us. We're going to go through again those that know, like, trust process. It takes time, but I think it's reasonable to say that we can do it. We can achieve it.
And if you can get 50, because obviously there's a spectrum, some people refer to you really regularly, some it won't be that regular. Like, how many referral leads do you feel like you could get if you get 50 per month?
in our experience in the past, it's all the 80-20 rule is pretty much alive and well. So if we have 50, we expect that 10 to 15 will be really active. Some of them will then, but I mean, the short answer to that is that if we had 50 and they only gave us one lead a year, then we've got 50 clients a year. So the numbers are not crazy. You don't have to be crazy referral numbers to have a strong business. So but in reality, some will give nothing, or some will accidentally remember us every year or two. But no matter how much marketing we do and love we give them, but then there'll be 10 to 15 that give us clients every month. And and that's the way we know it. So we actually think that this could turn into sort of a 50 to 70 investment clients per annum comfortably from that 50, of which 20 to 30% are predominantly giving us those leads. Yeah,
that's brilliant. You mentioned the CRM, Bernice. How are you finding the CRM? Because that's something people don't realize they get with us sometimes. Like, how are you finding the back end system?
I absolutely love it. It's very easy to use. I haven't even scratched the surface on all the tools that you offer. So I do think that if somebody's going to maximize this opportunity for them to actually click into those tools and resources, you put some excellent education videos in the background, and I can't just sing your praises enough about all the work and the foundational stuff that we've put in behind the scenes.
I've worked with Bernice for I've worked with Bernice for about 17 years, and we have software and database systems, but this one, she's got this almost like this excitement thing, seeing them move from the left to the right as they become it's like a little goal she has to sort of take them from this line to this line to this line. And lined up. And it's referring clients. Yeah, so it's cool.
James, I've got 3 screens and the CRM is open all the time.
I love it. Do you use the phone? Do you use it on the app on your phone? Have you used that one yet?
I do when I'm out and about.
Yeah.
With those 15-minute discovery calls, but I actually prefer to be in the office because then I can see my calendar very clearly, and I book people on the spot. See, in the beginning, I made a little bit of a mistake where the first sort of handful of them, I thought I'd just get back to them on email and try and work out a time then. It doesn't work very well that way. As soon as I started to say, right, let's book in a 45-minute Zoom, and it went into our calendars immediately, I got a better result.
That's brilliant. I love that you said that, because a lot of people I chat to, they wing it. Like they've developed referral partners in the past, and it's been very organic, where they'll go for coffees, and then at the coffee, they'll just sort of, I don't know, just sort of see how it goes, and then they'll wait for the other person to get back to them. And quite often they'll go on 30, 40, 50 coffees, and everyone will finish the coffee by saying, yeah, I'll send you some leads. And then it's just crickets, and they get frustrated. They don't know what's going wrong, right? So you've made some I'm not saying that you guys were doing that by any stretch, but I know, there's obviously a system and process, and you mentioned you made that tweak to what you're doing. Is there anything else that you've done, because obviously this is digital as well, right? Versus maybe some of the, the ways that you've done things in the past. Has there been anything else you've adapted so far that you feel like's really working for you?
I think the key is constantly communicate. Look at that line, look at the people that have not responded and give them a call, set in the tasks. So there's a little button there that you can click on and schedule a task, and just show up on time. If you got a discovery call, be there 1 to 2 minutes ahead of time. Have a look at your conversation on LinkedIn. And if there's some key bits that they've said, for example, one guy said, I had a migraine. I'd ask him, how are you? How's the migraine? And then, that kind of just shows him that I'm paying attention, I care. And I gave him a couple of suggestions as to, what I do when I get a migraine with some. So we discussed a couple of ideas about that, and it just broke the ice.
I love that.
What I'm seeing is that what Bernice is now doing is the hottest moment is at the end of the call you're on. So the 15-minute discovery, this is who we are, this is what we're doing, is this of interest? And we've had no one say no. That's the hottest time to say, let's book the 45-minute actual call. We'll show you our screen. We'll share our software, our analysis tools, our research process, so that you understand what your client goes through. And at the end of that call, that's the hottest time to say, we'll send you the referral agreement, send back your ABN, we'll send it via DocuSign. So she's gotten better, and I've seen it happen over the last month.
Yeah.
Not letting them go at that hottest point. And
never let them go. I love that you've embraced that. Some of our clients take a long time to get there, but that's, it took you a couple of weeks and you're all over it.
James, what I've discovered, it's the human factor. You can send emails, you can make a beautiful looking email campaign, but nothing beats picking up that phone call and making copious amounts of notes in the back end so that you know what you spoke to the client or the person about, and and just remembering those details. And the next time when you talk to them, mention something about that. And it just helps to tie things in a little bit better and have that human interaction instead of the screen all the time.
Love it. And is there anything else that has, you've got with this campaign that you didn't necessarily expect from the outset? Like for someone who's sort of sitting there and going, is it, just appointments? Like, is there anything that besides the CRM maybe, that you feel has been like, wow, that's really amazing that they do that, or that's really fantastic or handy, that's come out of this?
It's getting back to the people on Zoom on time. I like watching the conversations come in. So on Sunday, for example, or Saturday, I'll see somebody saying, yes, I'd love to connect. And then they start to interact. And then I watch your team respond to them. So that is very powerful because it's telling, it's making me look really good.
Yeah.
I didn't really expect that level of service. I think, the team are really good at responding quickly.
I'm the same. I've had a look at Bernice's, at the messages. So I've seen how frequently your team are responding, and the responses go back, and then the potential referral partner's response, and then immediately the response. And by the time Bernice gets to it, and they don't know who's doing this, by the time it gets to her, there's been so much conversation that she gets credit for, and it starts way on the front foot. We're way on the front. Before we start talking about business, there's already been an interaction, and it's
that's right.
Back and forth.
And they've generally gone to your LinkedIn page and they've checked you out on LinkedIn. They've probably gone to your website and checked you out before an appointment. So it's they've been warmed up a little bit before that call, which is helpful. Cool. Anything else? Like for someone who's sitting on the fence, shouldn't I do it? Any comments?
Absolutely.
You should do it.
Okay.
Call me if you want to have a chat about it. I've actually spoken to a couple of people who might have said, gee, do you have anyone doing this for you? They're kind of not sure because it is very professional. And one lady, she said, your responses were fantastic. Are you getting help? And I just outright said, yes, digital pipeline. Give them a call. And
thanks, Bernice. Oh, you're a legend. You're a legend. Thank you.
And of course, a lot of our broker contacts are in growth mode. So some of them sold their businesses and now building up again. So they're in active growth mode. So I'd highly recommend this for somebody in that phase of their business cycle.
What it's done is there's a huge amount of time in forming relationships, and what you've developed is the process that you go back and forth with. Your responses just takes so much of the time away of trying to sit there and respond to people. It saves a huge amount of energy in the early stages when there's no knowledge of each other, and then by the time we actually take over, it's like we're friends already. We've had too much communication with these people, and so we love it. We love it. Yeah, it's been really helpful. It's really helped us get past the difficult stage of connecting first. And
getting in front of them.
So the key, I guess, is before the discovery call, going back to the LinkedIn message communication just to pick those points and use that as the icebreaker.
Love that. That's a great tip. Any other last minute final comments? You've said a lot, but anything else that you wanted to leave with?
Not really. We just want to say thank you so much. The team have been amazing. Azal and Kerry. Every time we've had a question, especially in the beginning when I was trying to find my feet, they were very responsive and helpful. So we do appreciate that level of service.
It's been great.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it. So I'm